Okay, FM 101.7.
Your lawyer Godwin Edu Tabaclo so ewa manso Aide edema former President Mahama na range of issues kokurezi ye no ye hwese bia ebetimi age emuaye kakra nso mira law memwachi
Brakwame anopa emejo so na mecha wechi fo nyina brakwame
ediefo nyina je osina bokọ de
na mnadumo except say brakwame na me dwen se me hu wo bole wama
eyi no ana me hwe che se me ye ankobia hene
so we de ye show na wafafo no afre ma lodi na ojoka media ko answer because yes Sahindre no ube guilty as charged
very well
onya lawyer obe defend
enye easy man so owani bi wode hwewa eno cross speak volume
me come same price wode ne sabo
I didn't sabo oh fine na say ye ni koboko de
papa Brakwame papa na sanje hene isma obi ebejina ne name
oh
ya na isma obi e ma ne baaye
wow
ahemfo na so colorful the good people of Bali omunso ma bibia ekoso ama omo receive visitors omo baaye na so overall no bibia ekoso ewo na sunjemu Brakwame
na mami emra ensem
na main council say government delegation and so me senior Samuel Abujinapo the government delegation more by so Bibia was okay.
Bibia was okay. Me ne buy kura na me ne bra Fred ni bra Peter wo
fantastic
lie bi a ese can ye na say na de gengam wo mu
so they na wa kwa chief more na
prekope na eje ye ne koku anyi do ho di nkomo na minim say wa raise a lot of issues bi ba kura minim say wutie ba ko ne say Atamils Memorial Heritage ya ene kura mo be pa ho ntuma yi ba ko kura ye ne ya ne say enkrofo sori na koku anyi do ho ne hu hia one logo no kura no wa copy ni logo afei ye to so mienu Atamils ebro wu ye ne legacy ni ne amane ma oja ye bibi ti say Atamils you know baby I did that no party no wa bem wo man hwe anye bibia ono na aye na ade a afei de hu say ye yi na sezi akwanya kofufura asori e de ye afei de osaka bi mu se nipa bi atwa papa Mahama ho hia sa nkrofo no empese obehunu wo mu di tro kozi se ma papa so gidi afei edu ba bi kwa nkrofo bi na wa bankesem sa ma na papa ye president no ebe ka kire ne se wanye careful mo nsiwo bi because wo mama wo mu instruction say so siwa wo mu disgracing among other things and some what can I say
Brakwame obina ekanasem or say in this year political game what you don't want to do is to inherit the enemy of someone. But what I say? In this political game, what you don't want to do is to inherit the enemy of someone. Sebi, and Krofwa in the conversation, man, Tisa Wabo be specific. Di Sebia Kwejo, Ana Ama, and Akoka ABCD. Actually,
so I'm a ni mo
H. John Dramani Mahama. At least Farasi for no cry. Omude accusation akobo ajinkwa Yesu Kristo no omutumi na o kan say yen ina ye ka say papa yi holding himself out as the king of the Jews na enye no kwe na omanwie hoana aja Pontius Pilate ebisa omo say na mo amode accusation ya bai papa yi ba den kra no aye mo no mo obisa Yesu Kristo so sana nkrofo yi kan What do you have to say to it? You know, it's not a year, no. And even Christ had the opportunity of facing his accusers. I strongly believe, sir, Miami senior, the senior brother, Kuku, they have a concrete evidence, say, me Ebiji. And I say, Ajwa Mansa, and I could say, H. John Dramani Mahama, and I could do and throw a fan of what I said now. I only think, say, in the spirit of fairness, no abundant panity. The nature of accusation. So the panel opportunity obey me Aide and responded. And to that said, I don't even want to, as it were, glorify that because that's the opinion he holds about what he thinks some people have said about him. Obinekai, who am I to say, and you're no correct, and I say, no correct. When him no. He has a way of contacting and confronting those people. It ends there. 2, Rakwame, Sebi. Emra, Yadi na John Evans Satamils Ewuye. Okay, cry in the beginning, they've been proud to the burial. Okay, there was an issue between the families. Okay.
Yes.
As to even where the body should be located. Okay.
Me interview crowd Mahama can say the family officially has not been informed. And this son baby.
Exactly.
Any baby be see no near the idea.
A binum crowd can say Yenfanomra Omukrum our central region.
Utram.
Eventually I buying age now also look. Sebi nipa bakuna wunipa. Emma amansa nyina efano. Sa intibia no create those papa yadi na efi.
Okay, 101.7.
But you see wabe Ghana nyina dia. Wabe Ghana nyina dia. And because wabe Ghana nyina dia no. Nipa ba kuntimi nka so sadi die memenkwa media. Menkwa na ba be bon ho ban. Intimi mba so sa. Inti at the time no the government of the day. And incidentally, the president at that time was John Dramani Mahama. Onananoye president. Sebi, for the first time in the history of this country, our president Otsi Akungwaso, a toy. Look at the dignified manner, the government of the day, the burial ceremony. Even see what Ghana view. In fact, the last time I saw maybe a funeral close to that level, if I'm not mistaken, a time Nana Sanchine up him so, no mammy, ewuye, na ye, maybe a Rollins ye. Colorful funeral, I be in see that a woman. And that was a befitting funeral, Yadema, Yae Papa. John Evans Fifi Atamels. It was beautifully done. The head of state at that time, it was not Akufo-Addo. It was not me. It was John Dramani Mahama. So I found it extremely difficult to agree with any suggestions there. The kinds of things that were done for Papa Mills was not befitting. I find it extremely difficult to agree with that claim. 2, Bakwame, Sebi, Papa Mills, the kind of person that he was, the dignity na or the bar presidency and obo ade yadom awaye yadom. A group of eminent Ghanaians, men of timber and caliber, and Crawford from Akukudam, say a boxer in the stature of Azuma Nelson, academia in the stature of Professor Kunyenya, in economic management in the stature of Crime Peely.
I am not comfortable with this comparative analysis. It sounds like one who born the the composition of forming the Atamils Institute.
First of all, I think this record needs to be set straight. Nobody is in competition with anybody.
Okay.
Nobody is in competition with anybody. Dabi. It is not a case of competition. No abekasio eduji team team A and akwejo team team B. Dabi. Tino, Brakwame, and first of all, let's get this straight. The memory, the heritage of John Evans Fifi Atamils are huge. But what I say? So it is not something that is open for comparison. Dabi. And nobody is competing with anybody. I mean, by the grace of the Almighty God, Professor John Evans Atamils, the surviving brother Samuel, Honorable Samuel Atamils, Oye MP, Commander, Abusiano, any of these eminent scholars in putting up this JEA Mills heritage together. They are not in competition with anybody. At all. It's unfortunate, sir. Obiti Poladomotri decided to spin this whole thing to give it something, a different color, as though someone is in competition with another person.
No. So one aslen wa koye sadie.
Exactly.
Oh, adwene dodo.
Ra. Obi ansumano. Nyami senior. Honorable Alex Segbefia. And now, all issue releaser or signing, one can say that heritage is going to compete with anybody to preserve the dignity, the honor, and the heritage.
They say, Obi Hunu, how the tangent of his
discourses. No, sir, one will be also, no, or yeah, Anumaku Kunde.
Why do you have to even ruffle?
Okwako pre-pensioneni. No, asaba from a baby. And why can't I mention my son? A binuma brabo or mobile. No.
On to us some quay.
Alessi Befia, on issue anything anywhere, claiming, say, the heritage is in competition with anybody. Dabi.
What I know, Paul, I don't watch it. Waka a Christmas tree na wie no akoka asem
and now Oshia, the kinds of people are omuka this heritage one and at exactly 2 p.m. at the City Conference Center, University of Ghana, Department of Economics. Brakwame, omba be se jumadi ase. Obi ti se onimnyamfo Kwame Pied. Brakwame mra na ye ntotofie wa na ya tinidin. For us today, we see it as a great privilege and honor to sit and listen to wisdom based on experience. Shaya Professor Kuye here, actually, former dean of the Faculty of Law, and that was where Professor Mills in Sunano Chadie. When you ever call International Criminal Court, Hague, Akuye Juma, Ganani, Akuapim this year. Or no, Ena Obabi Jinemu, Professor Francis Dodu, Oshena, Akukuda, Yaya Mame Dr. Abuaji, not one time at Institute of African Studies. Who's now known top people. And all of these individuals, they have one way or the other association with Professor John Evans Atamils. They respect him, they revered him, they respect, and it wasn't easy. It was an easy task assembling these kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, omit me amma a dignified way to the memory of Professor John Evans Fifi Atamils.
Na omo edie poti pa apart from say be inauguration be koso no where omo ba task omo with a specific be say munya ade we beyond lectures no ne ade be koso.
When we say all over the world, annually, University of Ghana, for instance, omoye the FNO agree Fraser Gorgesberg Memorial Lectures, swim. And on that platform, Akukudam. In fact, one of the platforms I think said the day I may be getting so close to Prof. Samuels, if I'm not mistaken. The day on that same platform, the Agri Fraser Memorial Lectures, Professor Ali Mazrui, Ebaye, the Prof. Krakow, and so we all teen, those days, young boys, teen, you follow no, to the University of Ghana, Great Hall. What I say, that's the kind of memory this team, preserve it, so that the heritage annually, organize memorial lectures, among other things, to create further awareness of the legacy. And your papa, John Evans Fifi Atamils, Nyankupon na dom, obey a law lecturer, obey a tax administrator, obey a vice president, obey a president, ultimately yema Ghana. And no in the FSC then yem preserve. And for us, sabi. Obi te say Prof. Samuels, Emra no otiase, no on pay kasa, no on pay dede. Anybody who knew Prof and who was very close to Prof, Ghana fo nyina kra hu yama, yeto no asumdwe hine. On pay dede, on pay noise, dignity, or carry himself with a certain level of respect. It is that same level of respect in everything according to the memory. So, Mesre, Obi Bia, Nkrofoma Yi Etio, people who have taken or removed their knives and others, no, let there be peace. Let there be peace. In recognition of the name Ghana Fuina Eto. Because I'm not saying Ghana Fuankasa ne who in nature. And ye two ni din asunvie hene. Osumi amedie pepa asunvie. And no na Ghana for animal. So anything that is associated with him must represent peace, tranquility, respect, fellow feeling. That's all. Dignity, no noise. Into share. And the program, it is going to happen quietly. The only thing that you hear subsequently, the words of wisdom, all these individuals are the heritage are assembled to honor the memory of Professor John Evans Atamils. No noise, dignity, peace, tranquility. Bakwame.
Medicine no pay.
Medicine so exactly send one of your reporters exactly
2 o'clock.
Everything will start at the City Conference Center at University of Ghana. Yet 2 years after Ghana for na omomeka majumadi no and Papa Medase Bakwame.
Medase lawyer Godwin Edu Yitamaklu. Aide ma former President Mahama and the natural compatible.
Okay, FM 101.7.